Returning of Roe versus Wade removes the federal constitution of right to abortion, meaning abortion laws now will move to the state level.
So in Wisconsin, a law established in 1849 criminalizes abortion in almost all cases. The only exception to the law comes if an abortion is necessary to save a mother's life. This decision must be confirmed by two separate physicians before an abortion can be performed. Now, pregnant Wisconsinites in search of an abortion may travel across state lines to places like Illinois, where abortions are more accessible. According to the Illinois Department of Public Health, more than 530 people from Wisconsin went to Illinois, that is, for an abortion in 2020.
A wide range of reactions coming out of Washington, D.C. following the court's decision.
So we want to bring in NBC national correspondent Brie Jackson, who is live in Washington, D.C. for us this afternoon. And Brie, what are you seeing and hearing from lawmakers since this decision?
Julia, Charles, we've heard a lot of emotion coming out from protesters on both sides of this debate today. We were here earlier today when that decision first came down, and you could feel the energy shift. We were hearing a lot of the protesters that are for abortion rights. They were cheering and chanting earlier today, but once that ruling came down, that energy dropped, and there were cheers from those who are against those abortion rights. Now, that has started to transition throughout the day as more people are coming out in support of either side. We are seeing more people coming out saying that the fight is not over and that they will continue to fight for abortion rights at the state level. So a lot of emotion out here today. Luckily, what we're seeing, too, is a lot of civil emotion. We did see some tense moments between protesters, but as President Biden called for when he was speaking earlier today, it's been peaceful.
And Brie, the decision is a momentous break from a half-century-long ruling in one of the nation's most controversial issues. So what comes next?
Well, it goes down to the state levels, as you guys had mentioned before. And one thing that President Biden had talked about earlier today and also put out in a statement, he's encouraging his administration to do more to make sure that they are expanding access to contraceptives. But he's also telling women who are in states that are banning abortion that to travel to states where abortion is still allowed. That's something that we are hearing from President Biden. And so the fight really goes to the states now. We will start seeing trigger laws take effect in certain states, and then we'll see other states really try to take steps to expand access to abortion while others restrict it.
Brie, you mentioned briefly that there were some tense moments. You have the president's calling on the nation to be peaceful here. What is your sense of what you're seeing there since this decision was reached? It has remained peaceful. I mean, there is a lot of emotion out here. We're seeing people. This is a debate that has been going on for decades, and now that this ruling has finally come down, even though many people were prepared for it after that leaked opinion, that really did not, lessen the blow for people here today that were hoping that maybe this ruling would not be overturned, or that the justices would not overturn Roe versus Wade. So we continue to see peaceful protests today. That's the hope that that's how that will continue throughout the night as more people start to come out now that they're out of work and more crowds are coming out.
All right, Brie Jackson in Washington, D.C., thank you for joining us on the News at 4. We appreciate you.